How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to 2A News Now. And here at 2A News Now, you get your Second Amendment news straightforward and to the point. I think most of us at least go to one gun show a year. And a lot of us go to multiple gun shows a year. And imagine you went to a gun show in your state, and they wouldn't let you in unless you showed your ID. And not only would you have to show your identification, they're going to make a copy of it, and the show organizer has to keep it on file for 5 years. So what would be the reason for them to do this? And we all know that Democrat politicians can come up with some crazy ideas when it comes to gun control. And this is one of them. A state Democrat lawmaker from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And his name is Amon Brown. And he introduced a bill, HB 1563, into the Pennsylvania State House. And his legislation would require anyone attending a gun show in Pennsylvania would have to show identification. And like I said earlier, the gun show would have to keep a record of these IDs for 5 years. So floating around somewhere at these gun shows would be a copy of your driver's license, which of course would have your name and your home address on it. And here's the reasoning behind doing this. The first thing is, if the state attorney general or any county prosecutor or any police department in the state ask for any of that information, meaning copies of the IDs, they must provide it upon request. And get this, there are no limitations on the reason why. So any of those officials that I mentioned could go to the arena where the gun shows are held and just tell them, I want to see all the copies of the IDs for the gun shows. And they have to give it to them. And they don't have to give a reason whatsoever. Isn't that absolutely insane? And in a statement by Amon Brown, he put forward this legislation to help tackle what he perceives to be a ghost gun issue in the state of Pennsylvania. He said ghost guns have become a very real problem in Pennsylvania. These guns often begin as DIY gun kits that can be legally purchased without a background check, that have no serial numbers, and when constructed produce fully functioning firearms. Having seen firsthand how easy it is to purchase a ghost gun kit at a gun show, I recognize that we must take legislative action to keep these weapons out of the hands of criminals. One of the big things I find wrong with this, and I think you will as well, why would you ask everybody to show their license and have it copied that are coming into the gun shows? Because everyone is not there to purchase a so-called ghost gun kit. I bet you more than 90% are not. So why should they have their information taken and them hold it for 5 years? Even though I would be against this, why wouldn't you try to make it that anybody that actually purchases one of those kits at the gun show has to provide their license? But what makes this even more ridiculous is a report from ammoland.com is that not one 80% kit has been sold at any gun show in Pennsylvania since the ATF passed its final rule against unfinished frames. There's so many adjectives that I can throw at this. It's ridiculous. It's insane. And basically this guy has lost his frickin' mind. He's trying to pass legislation to stop something that's not even happening. And that just shows you how ridiculous some of these gun-hating Democrats are. I could just see them having a big dartboard in their office that has all of their brilliant ideas on it, and them just throwing a dart at it, and whatever it hits, let's try to get this passed. It really is insane. Why don't you focus on taking care of the homeless, especially homeless veterans, and use the laws that you already have on the books and throw the book at these criminals? They act like they come up with these big freaking ideas that nobody's ever thought of before, and it's just a load of crap. As always, I would really like to hear your thoughts about today's video in the comments section. And if you enjoy videos like this, and you also want to help the channel out and help it to continue to grow, I just ask you to take a few seconds of your time to like, share, and subscribe, and hit those post notifications, as well as leave a comment. And I'd be very grateful if you did so. And as always, I invite all of you to come back and watch my next video.